This guest is an author, a writer, a stand-up comic, and a great person. One of the true talents of the era. We're going to have Joe Firestone on. Is Joe here?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see you.
Well, come on. I'm right here.
What are you, little in the room? It sounds like I'm talking to, it feels like I'm talking to Tinkerbell, and you're hiding behind something. Can I see Joe? Oh, there we go. Look at that. As I live and breathe, it's my friend Joe
Hi,
Firestone.
Tom.
How are you?
Tom, what's a sports bean?
Well, funny you'd ask. They are for quick energy, for sports performance. And I look at the best show. It's not unlike F1. It's a sport. People don't think car driving, whatever they call it, auto racing is a sport. Mm-hmm. Podcasting is a sport too. And I'm not a podcaster. I'm a broadcaster, and they turned my broadcast into a podcast.
Same, bro.
You get it. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just in LA, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick it out and do it in person. And then I thought, I can't. I have to go back.
Yeah.
And so now I'm back in New York.
New York was calling you, right?
Yeah, it's I like it. Sticky.
If anybody walks around New York, you're guaranteed within 2 hours to see Joe Firestone walking down the street, swinging a paint can like Saturday Night Fever, just feeling the power of Sherwin Williams paint can. No, Joe.
Yeah.
You're, of course, from St. Louis.
Yeah.
I recently went to St. Louis for the first time last month.
Now, okay. Tom, I don't want to air our dirty laundry, but you permission to air?
Of course, you air whatever you want.
So I believe I sent you frozen pizza. I sent you frozen emos.
You sent me frozen pizza pies, which came from St. Louis, because St. Louis, and I get it now, they do things a little different in St. Louis. They just don't roll with the status quo there. They do it St. Louis style. So when it comes to pizza pies, everybody be like, how do you make a pizza pie? Well, of course, you put the sauce on it, on the dough, and then you put some of standard pizza cheese on it, mozzarella, and you dump that thing in an oven. Not in St. Louis. Mm-mm. They came up with this other cheese that is basically, it's called Provel.
Yes.
Provel, and it's a spread.
No, it comes in curls. It comes
in curls, this cheese. And it's a completely different kind of pizza. Did I like it? Yes, I did like it. And I was very appreciative of the pizzas you sent me. They're all gone in my stomach. Well, we're going to have a problem if they're still in my stomach. I might want to go to the hospital right now because that was a long time ago that I ate them. Clearly, I have some digestive issues. No.
Did you have any more in St. Louis?
I did not. There was good food in St. Louis, though. And I went to the Children's Science Museum, or whatever that thing was called. What's that thing called, Joe?
The Science Center or the City Museum?
The museum that has tunnels and kids are sliding down ramps and all sorts of. This is, without a doubt, the most reckless place I've been. I'm amazed that there is not a lawsuit every 10 minutes at this place. I don't mean a lawsuit like, oh, I fell and scraped my knee. I mean like a lawsuit like, we can't find our child is lost in here somewhere. Or we found our child drowned in this weird pool that out of nowhere. You're like, It's this place. Imagine if the building where JFK got the book depository, imagine a building like that, and then a maniac went in there and invited other maniacs in to be like, what do you want to exist? And then they just go, well, I want there to be I want there to be a weird thing where you go up in like kids can climb through like bars that are a tunnel made of bars that look like they're made out of like bicycle racks mounted on the ceiling. Other people, what if there's a giant tree in the middle of the room and it's like, well, what if there's a slide that goes down 5 stories? Let's do all of it.
It's a marvel. It's like the pyramids.
It is the pyramids. You go outside this thing. I went, it was a rainy day, so they had to shut down the exterior of the thing. There's like a school bus that's like mounted on on like a flagpole. It seems like if anything happened to you at this place, they would just go like, yeah, what did you think was going to happen?
Well, this guy, the guy, Bob Castley, who made the City Museum, before he died, he was working on another facility that was going to be a water park where they just filled up. I think the plan that I heard was that it was going to be concrete statues, and then they were going to fill up the rest of the building with water.
Okay. It's like, so like you'd open a door and a wave would knock you over or something. This place is lawless is the best way to describe it. Lawless. There are 4 people working at this whole place. It is literally 5 stories. I think there's more floors than employees at this place. 4 employees, 2 of them are taking your tickets down there. The other 2 are covering 5 floors of like, hey, go down this weird staircase. Sure, it looks a little sketchy. Just go down it. Like a slide that literally goes from the top of the thing to the bottom of the, and I was just like, maybe I should try one of these things. And I'm like, what am I thinking? I will die in here. Literally, it would have killed me to go into that place and do some of the ridiculous stuff.
Apparently there was like a rumor because there's apartments on top of the City Museum, and there was a rumor that if you got one of those apartments, you could go into the City Museum at night when no one was there.
Wow, that'd be a real night at the museum, huh?
Tell me about it. You could tell Thomas Lennon that.
And Ben Garant.
I'm sorry, Ben Garant. I never credit you when
Ricky Gervais.
I'm sorry, Ricky Gervais. I never remember to credit you. I'm sorry.
Don't ever apologize to Ricky Gervais, Joe. Don't ever apologize to Ricky Gervais.
But he co-wrote Night at the Museum?
No, he was just in it.
Oh. I didn't get through that movie because it was too scary.
Too scary, you say?
It made me feel very on edge.
Well, yeah, of course. They get stuck in a museum at night.
No, it's not just that.
And then you got a little Owen Wilson running around and a little Steve Coogan running around. And then Robin Williams, Roosevelt comes in on a horse. You got Amy Adams is Amelia Earhart. I think it's time for a reboot. Reboot. You know who should be?
I told you what happened to me in L.A.
Connor O'Malley should be the main guy in the museum.
Sure.
And he'll talk all about fluoride. How fluoride's poisoning our youth.
Of course. Someone's got to tell the people. I will say, Tom, you know what happened to me in L.A.? I lived there for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And every single party I went to, someone asked if I was dressed like Amelia Earhart.
This just makes me ask this question. What parties were you going to?
Normal parties, Tom.
These are clearly not normal parties.
No, they were normal parties.
Where were they? Normal parties at a costume shop?
Absolutely not. No one else was in costume. And random people would ask me, are you dressed like Amelia Earhart?
Were you dressed like Amelia Earhart?
No, it wasn't even close to Halloween. And I think, what are these people smoking out here?
Yeah.
Why do they keep asking me this?
Did
Do
you
they all coordinate?
Did you have like those goggles around your neck?
You think I'm going to parties with those goggles around my neck?
Joe,
You
I'm
think
just
I
a
flew
reporter.
there?
I'm just a reporter.
Uh-huh.
I'm just a reporter.
Yeah, well,
I'm part of the media. I'm asking questions.
I know that.
No.
Sure, not
so
sure.
people
do I know
wanted
that.
to know, hey, you dressed like Amelia Earhart? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I'm surprised you didn't go back to New York sooner. But now...
Yeah, well, now I'm back.
Well, this is what's exciting also. One of the many exciting things about Joe Firestone. Author Joe Firestone. Murder on Sex Island. Is this your first book, Joe?
Well, technically,
Solo.
you know,
your first solo book.
I self-published a version of this, and then I sewed up the plot holes.
Sure.
Give it a little polish, and then this is republished.
So the mystery community was not happy with they could drive a truck through some of the plot holes in this, huh?
Not anymore.
Somebody's not going to get nominated for an Edgar Award.
How do you know about Edgar Awards?
Joe, I worked on Monk for 8 seasons. I went to the Edgar Awards multiple times. It was the most depressing thing I've ever been a part of. Al Roker hosted it one year, and then they just go, hey, we have a special message from somebody in the mystery community. And they play a pre-recorded little video made by Angela Lansbury. And she's like, I wish I could be there with you all tonight. It's like, no, you don't. Otherwise, you would. You'd be here. What are you busy doing? You're not making the show anymore. You couldn't move a couple things around?
Did you wear a tux? I have so many questions about the Edgar Awards.
I did not wear a tux. I will say this. How many times have you been nominated for awards in your career, Joe?
Not.
You can say how many times. How many Emmys do you have?
I have no Emmys. I have one nomination.
One nomination.
A side award.
Okay. A side Emmy?
No.
What's going on over there at the Emmys? Yeah, you're nominated for a side Emmy. Sounds like one of the ones you have to like kind of pay to get nominated for, like you have to fly the voters to to your yacht. So you've been nominated for what award were you nominated for?
Make-A-Wish. No, I was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award.
Okay, well that's cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
The Edgar Awards. We're not going to lose sight of what we're talking about.
Yeah, don't lose sight of the Edgar Awards.
Monk would get nominated for Edgar's for mystery television show, and we lost every year to like Law and Order, which is like, that's a mystery show. We would lose to Law and Order regularly, and then one year we all showed up, and then we kind of like left after we didn't win. And then I think they saw us do that, and we were never even nominated ever again. I think they thought it was bad form that we're just like, as a fourth year we're here, and we get nothing when we're here. But what they do with the Edgar Awards is, have you been to the Edgar Awards?
No, I mean, I could only dream of such an event.
You could dare to dream in this life. We're at the Edgar Awards, and the hook of the Edgar Awards is at the end of the awards, they open this room, and they have mystery books, novels, and whatever in this room, and you can get some free books. So it's this room with just stacks of free books. And they have to say regularly through this award show, it's not time to get the books yet, folks. You can't go in the room for the books yet. Like, it's all anybody wants, the free books. Yeah, you can't get your free books yet. And then finally, it's just like the last award, blah, 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 goes to, Lawrence Block or whoever. I don't even know who these people are. Sue Grafton wins for R for Rambunctious or whatever it would be, like those books. And then they just go, okay, the room's open now. And you'd think it was 2021 and the COVID vaccine was in that room, the way people were climbing over each other to get in there. And they're shoving, people are just literally jostling to get free books. What do you think I was doing, Joe? I was right there with them, shoving people. I carried so many books out of that place. I was just taking anything that wasn't nailed down. And I had 3 copies of this book, Manhunt, The Hunt for Abraham Lincoln's Assassin. I just grabbed 3 of them. Like, I had 2 bags so heavy, and I had to walk, and I realized they were holding this thing on, like, in the 50-something street, like some hotel around there. And I realized, like, oh, I'm parked on, like, 29th Street. So I, like, I'm walking through Manhattan with, I might as well just had kettlebells. Would have just been, like, easier for me to just, like, because it was a full workout. I'm lugging these books. It's just like, and then they were in my house for years. Like, these free books, like, just my lower self came out that day. Joe.
You know what? I think it's good to know your lows. Like,
yes.
I one time I was catering a wedding, and the wedding, they had the appetizer was sashimi.
Okay.
And they ordered way too much sashimi, and they left like 200 pieces. And so at the end of the night, I was like, is no one going to take that? And I took it home on the subway. It was so unwieldy on this subway. Just
like,
a big.
How were you? Was it a tray of it?
It was a large circular tray. I think it was probably 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. It was large.
My God.
Of sashimi.
Wrapped at least, so it wouldn't slide all over the place, or just exposed?
There was a lid. There was a lid. And
okay.
then at home, I realized I got home at like 2:30 in the morning, and I realized it wasn't even going to fit in the fridge.
Yeah.
And so then this is the lowest part.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I can't, what if, I thought maybe my roommates would be awake, but they weren't. Mm-hmm. And I knew it's not a good day, so I tried to cook it.
Okay, now I'm having a hard time following this. So you just decided to redefine sashimi as cookable fish. So it was no different than like coming back from the market with like some fish you're going to make for dinner, except it was stuff that had been paraded around a party already and passed over by everybody. How are you cooking it? Is it a big pan? Is it a skillet going?
Skillet.
So you have, and what was the cooked sashimi? Was it just little pieces of fish then? Like little fish bites?
I just basically made fish bites.
Sure. So your roommates woke up to a real breakfast treat. Don't worry, Joe made us cooked sashimi for breakfast. It's important that it's important that we know where the floor is on ourselves. And that I knew as I walked carrying those books, I was like, this is not me. This is not who I want to be in this life.